Guys, welcome back to the channel Global Immigrations and Visas News. In this video, we will discuss about Canada to allow international students to work off campus over 20 hours per week. So before we begin, if you are new to this channel, please hit the like button and press the bell icon to subscribe to this channel, where you will get detailed and updated information about IRCC, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, Canada Immigration through Express Entry and Canada Work Permit opportunities for foreign nationals. Guys, Canada to allow international students to work off campus over 20 hours per week. Canada is among the world's leading destinations of international students. In 2021, it hosted over 620,000 international students, a figure which has tripled over the past 2 decades. Canada issued nearly 450,000 new study permits last year alone. Demand to study in Canada remains strong. Various factors such as the quality of country's educational institution, multiculturalism, affordability of the Canadian dollar, and the work and permanent residence opportunities that the Canada offers. Immigration Minister Sean Fraser also pointed out in today's announcement that Canada has already processed more than 452,000 study permit applications between January and August 2022, a 23% increase compared to the 367,000 processed application over the same period in 2021. As such, Canada has already broken the record it set last year for study permits processed in a calendar year. Guys, Immigration Minister Sean Fraser has announced a new temporary measure aimed at alleviating Canada's historic labor shortages. Fraser said this will allow over 500,000 international students already in Canada to potentially work more hours. Guys, from November 15, 2022 until the end of December 2023, international students who are in Canada and have off-campus work authorization on their study permit will be allowed to work over 20 hours per week off-campus while class in session. This temporary measure will also apply to foreign nationals who have already submitted a study permit application as of today. They will also be able to benefit from this policy if Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada approves their application. Immigration Minister Sean Fraser announced this major reform this morning in Canada's capital city, Ottawa. Fraser explained this measure aims to alleviate the labor shortages that are being experienced across Canada. Canada is grappling with historic labor shortages and an unemployment rate which is lower by historical standards. Earlier this morning, Statistics Canada reported that Canada's unemployment rate fell to 5.2% in September, down from 5.4% in August. At present, international students who apply to study in an eligible Canadian educational program may get authorized to work off-campus during their studies for up to 20 hours per week. This limit is lifted during scheduled breaks such as the summer and winter holidays. This policy allows international students to support themselves financially while also seeking to ensure that they remain focused on completing their studies rather than be focused on working in Canada. Facing nearly 1 million job vacancies, however, has resulted in the Canadian government easing this rule. Guys, Fraser noted this measure will allow over 500,000 eligible international students already in Canada to potentially work more hours. The majority of international students reported they are interested in remaining in Canada as permanent resident upon completing their studies, according to research by the Canadian Bureau for International Education (CBIE). Statistics Canada research shows that international students who go on gain permanent residence tend to integrate quickly into the Canadian labor market due to the factors such as their Canadian work and study experience, as well as English and/or French language proficiency. This explains why Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada (IRCC) offers a host of measures aimed at helping international graduates work in Canada and remain there. IRCC offers the popular post-graduation work permit known as PGWP. The PGWP enables international students to get an open work permit that has a validity period that corresponds with the length of their educational program in Canada. Open work permit allows foreign nationals to work for any employer of their choice in Canada. The maximum PGWP validity period is 3 years. PGWP holders can then gain the professional Canadian work experience they often needed to become eligible for an economic class immigration program. The most prominent immigration pathways offered by IRCC fall under the Express Entry system, with PGWP holders commonly pursuing permanent residence through the Canadian Experience class known as CE TEC program. Guys, provinces and territories across Canada also reward international graduates with domestic work experience. Quebec and provincial nominee program known as PNP streams across the country offer permanent residence pathways to international graduates as a means of encouraging them to remain in the province or territory and continuing to contribute to the labor market as an immigrant. Canada has increasingly looked to international students as a key source of permanent residence in recent years, especially during the pandemic. For instance, IRCC relied significantly on international graduates to achieve its target of landing over 405,000 new immigrants in 2021, breaking Canada's record for new landed immigrants in a year. IRCC did this by inviting and landing large number of Canadian experience class candidates. In addition, it introduced a time limit temporary residence to permanent residence (TR to PR) program in 2021 that enabled some 90,000 temporary residents to apply for immigration. Guys, Minister Fraser also has a mandate from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to identify additional pathways for international students and temporary foreign workers to gain permanent residence via express entry. In addition, Fraser tabled a strategy in September outlining how the government aims to help move temporary residents gain permanent residence in Canada. The strategy contains 5 pillars such as modernizing the immigration system to improve application processing time. Guys, we will gain greater insight of the Canadian government's newcomers strategy when they table their new immigration plans 2023 to 2025 by November 1st. That's all for now. If you want to stay updated on the latest developments about Canada immigration, then keep watching the channel Global Immigrations and Visas News. To give us a motivational support, like this video, subscribe it and leave your questions in the comment section. Until the next video, take care and bye bye.